From a financial perspective, the world looks much different than it did even just 5 years ago. However, when it comes to saving for retirement, many people are still following an outdated approach that may be because there are still many misconceptions about retirement planning for the golden years. And we're learning more today from Jessica Woods, who is financial representative with Northwestern Mutual, a good friend of the Style Studio.
Yes, hello.
Always good to see you.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
So let's talk about some of these misconceptions. First misconception, you plan to only live 15, 20 years into your retirement.
Right. So Northwestern Mutual actually just did a recent survey and the results showed that only 56% of Americans feel adequately prepared to live to age 75.
Wow.
Only 56%.
Wow.
And we're just living longer than that these days. And there's some extra, higher costs associated with longevity, like assisted living or needing care. But even regardless of those types of costs, we still don't want to outlive our money.
Right.
And on average today, men live to, I think it's 76 and women to 81. But that's changing. I have lots of clients that tell me that their parents and grandparents lived into their 80s and 90s.
Yeah, and a lot of my family, we've got great-grandparents that are living into their 90s, mid-90s. So
we need to prepare to live longer. We need to plan on it and make sure we're not outliving our money.
Great. Well, so let's get to the second misconception, which is that we think we only need about 80% of what we're earning right now.
Yeah. It's easy to see how people fall into this trap, right? So they think, oh, the kids are in college, the house is paid off, but there's some things to consider here. So the first is healthcare costs, right? And we all know that those are going up.
Yeah.
The second is tax environment. So taxes continue to go up, but people in retirement also have less deductions than they used to.
Okay.
Right? And then people want to travel in retirement.
Right.
And we always spend more money traveling than we think we will.
Yeah. And it's always easy. I don't know if you're the same way, but when I'm on vacation, it's like it's not real money. Like, oh, it's vacation money. Like, that comes from a magical place.
And then you come back to real life and realize you spent a lot. Yeah. And finally, there's, some people want to be able to help their kids and their grandkids out financially during retirement. So we have to think that we might need that extra cushion when we're planning.
Okay. Well, so another misconception is that if we think we're contributing to our 401ks and that's all we're doing, that's going to keep us set.
Yeah.
That's a big misconception, right?
Yeah, I have lots of people that say, oh, I'm contributing to my 401k work, so my 401k at work and I'm fine. But, and that's fine. We should be contributing to that. Automatic enrollment in those types of plans is a great place for young people to start, and we should still be doing that. But let's say you're contributing 5%, which is kind of the average. You're going to have a real false sense of security there because we should be saving 20% of our income.
20%?
Yeah, 20%. And not all in that type of vehicle either. So that's wwhere working with a financial representative or planner can help you, determine where to put it.
Right.
But you've got to be doing more than that, 5%.
Right. You really got to diversify.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and then, of course, a big misconception with a lot of people, and even, I'm guilty of this, planning for retirement is something that you do when you get older, and therefore just for older people.
Right.
That's a huge misconception.
Yeah, I deal with this one all the time because I work with a lot of young professionals and young families in their 30s, and they just think, they feel like retirement's so far off, they have all the time in the world to save. But I cannot stress enough that the biggest thing we have on our side when it comes to savings is time.
Right.
That's our biggest asset.
Right.
So we can start earlier and smaller, and not only can we save more over our lifetime, but we have more years of that savings to grow and compound.
Right, and to work for us.
Right. Compounding interest is our very best friend in savings.
Yeah. Right.
The more years we have for that, the better.
Absolutely. All right. Well, so Jessica, so our viewers know how to contact you. What's the best way to do so?
Yeah, I can be reached directly at my office. I'm at 872-7838, or folks can go check out my website. I'm at jessicawoods.nm.com.
Fantastic. Jessica, always so good seeing you, and
Good to
always
see you too.
appreciate the great advice.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.